All right, so we did Noodle last week at the Jam, and I've got some adjustments to how I want this to be done. So what we discovered is it's better to have multiple audience volunteers up there. So one audience volunteer for each actor that's in the scene. So if we have 3 actors in the scene, so 2 to start, 1 to walk on, we'll have 3 audience volunteers. And again, we'll keep playing with this, but I think that makes the most sense. It was really difficult for one audience volunteer to manage all the actors on stage. Another thing for you to remember as an actor is do not let the pool noodle hits affect your play. A lot of people are like, oh, now let me continue the scene. You just got to keep rolling as if nothing happened. And then the other thing we discovered is the gets that we get for the different actors kind of need to be different. So like a physical one and then a more verbal one. So I'm going to do another intro to this with the slight tweaks on that. But those are the big notes for when you're playing is don't let the hits affect your cadence in terms of how you're performing. Keep pushing on through. So here is an example of how we would host this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we're going to give you the opportunity to release those tensions that you've been holding up all throughout the show. I can tell some of you are really stressed out. So what I need an audience volunteer, actually a couple, to come up on stage and grab one of these pool noodles because our players are going to do a scene and you are going to have the opportunity to hit them as hard as you can with this pool noodle during that scene. So as you're thinking about whether or not you would like to volunteer, let's go ahead and send these 3 actors out of the room. Give them a round of applause as they leave. Yeah, there they go. Fantastic. All right, so I've got 3 pool noodles. I need 3 volunteers up on stage. Great. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Oh, come up. Your name, great. Your name, great. Your name, great. Here are your pool noodles. Take a step back here, and I'm going to get some additional information, and then I'll explain what you're going to be doing with these pool noodles. Great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so what we're going to do is we're going to get 3 different things that we're going to be on the lookout for to see when our actors come back. If they do these things, our volunteers are going to correct them by hitting them as hard as they can with a pool noodle, which we all know really doesn't hurt because they're pool noodles. For our first actor, can I get a physical thing for our audience volunteer to be on the lookout for? Like whenever they touch their head, or if they touch their face, or if they use their hands in an expressive manner, we're going to whap them on the head. If they put their hands on their hip, great. Anytime that actor puts their hands on their hips, I'm going to need you with this pool noodle to hit them as hard as you can. Great. So the second thing, what's a word, a common word that is, if this actor says this word, then we're going to hit them with a pool noodle. The, wow, okay, the word the, T-H-E. So you behind me, when your actor says the word the, you're going to hit them as hard as you can with a pool noodle. Great, fantastic. So we got hands on hips, the word the, and then you, something that they do in terms of how they move around on the stage. So maybe every time they take a step back, they get hit. Okay, so for you, it's every time they take a step forward. Okay, we'll go with that. So with that one, you want to get something they do with their hands, something that they say with their mouths, and then something about their movement on stage. So really think about those before you host this, because you're going to want to think about these. We're still dialing this in. I may do another recording on this, but I think those 3 will work. Great, so back to the intro. Great, all right, so every time they take a step forward, you're going to hit them with the pool noodle. Great, so ladies and gentlemen, we've got hands on hips anytime they say the word the, and then we've got moving forward. So let's get these actors back in, and as they come back in, I will let you folks know which one of your actors you'll be handling, okay? So actually, well, we'll do that now. So, great. So anytime Emily puts her hands on her hips, you would hit her. Anytime Matt says the word the, you would hit him. And anytime Robert walks forward, you'll hit him. And then I'll identify those people as they make it to the stage. Great. So let's call them back in. All right, they're back. Hi, Emily. That's Emily. Welcome to the stage, Matt. That's Matt. And Robert. Yes, come over here. Robert, you're fantastic. Welcome. All right, let's get a suggestion to start this scene. What's a reason for 3 people to gather? Bowling tournament. Fantastic. We take you to the scene bowling tournament. Cool. So what we found when we ran this last week is the audience volunteers didn't know the actors by name. So it was kind of a fun gag when they walked back in. I was like, oh, look, it's Emily coming to the stage. Welcome, Emily. So it was kind of a fun way to tell the audience volunteer that's your target. That's who you're going to be hitting with the pool noodle. So that's how you intro Noodle. Just remember, when you're playing, don't react to getting hit. I mean, you can like wince and stuff like that, but don't let it affect your play on stage. Cool.